What is going on, guys? I'm Brother from Another Brick, and welcome to the Jeff and BFAB podcast. If you enjoyed this live stream, podcast, hit the like button, and yeah, let's get into it.
You practiced so many times for that, and you screwed it up.
We always do this as a live stream, so I'm like, okay. This is a live stream.
All right.
So
we're testing out a new format where we're going to record it ahead of time and then launch it. I'll probably launch the first one as a premiere, so it'll be like pseudo between the two. But you guys already know that because you'll be watching that premiere. But we've got some brand new news for all sorts of stuff. First topic is the Jurassic Park direct-to-consumer set, which I don't know. Do you wanna go on this one, BFAB?
do you have images of it up right now?
Let's see. Here. Look at that.
Okay. So the Jurassic Park set, which it's labeled as Jurassic World. It's called the Jurassic World T-Rex. Rampage.
It's actually called the Jurassic Park T-Rex Rampage, but it has the logo of Jurassic World on the box.
Fine, you're right. It has 3,120 pieces and will retail for $250 US. It'll be available starting June 19th. I'm totally failing.
June 19th is the VIP or the release day, right?
I actually didn't see anything saying it was VIP. Oh. I think it's just for everybody June 19th, which was kind of surprising. Yeah. So I originally thought the set was going to release in July for VIPs and August, like officially. But I guess, that's not happening. And so I'm glad, I guess. Or not, because I have to say more with my broke self. Here's what happens when you have no job and you have to buy a Lego set. It sucks. So, this set has 5 minifigs, who I don't know their names off the top of my head.
Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And
6. Sorry, I'm done. I'm sorry. I meant 6. 6 minifigs. I've said this before. I did the video. There's 6 minifigs. I swear.
I can tell you the names if you want. We got John
it.
Hammond here. Has a single facial expression. Then there's Ian Malcolm, who's different from the one in the Bricktober set. He's got the leg printing there, and his jacket is open.
Those abs.
2 alternate or 2 facial expressions. And then we have Ray Arnold, who's played by Samuel L. Jackson. I don't exactly know why they included him, but it's cool.
Is this our first Samuel Jackson minifig? No, other than Nick Fury?
Or Frozone.
So it's the second one. Yeah. You're right. Okay, never mind.
So I think that'll be his 3rd, unless I'm missing some. Oh, Mace Windu, so it'll be 4th. Mace Windu's from Star Wars, though, so you wouldn't know who that is.
Yeah, I wouldn't. You're right.
And then we have Ellie Sattler. Right, I think that's her last name.
It's so hot, like a 10 out of 10.
I think this is different from the one that was in the other set, right?
Yes, for sure.
And then we have Alan Grant, who I believe is the same. So he's the only non-exclusive figure, unless his face is new.
And I'm not sure. I have the set, but I can't. I'm looking at it right now, but I can't see the minifig. So.
And then we have Dennis Nedry, who has the 2 faces with the Dilophosaurus venom.
Such a beautiful minifig. What's on his face?
No, it's a Dilophosaurus venom. Have you seen Jurassic Park?
I did, but it was a long time ago.
So this guy dies, and he's attacked by Dilophosaurus.
Yeah, we get a dead guy.
Yeah.
My favorite.
And they even show you his death scene. This is where he dies, right here. There's no Dilophosaurus for it. But...
Wow, that's beautiful.
But that kind of gets into...
Death is such a beautiful thing.
That kind of gets into my main criticism of the set, which is these weird vignettes on the back don't feel like they belong here. Like, this one especially. The guy who dies on the toilet isn't even in the set. Why did they include that? Like, this up here is weird.
Maybe they'll make another set, so...
I mean, yeah, but they should have just saved these
maybe they'll have them
to
in the
put in a visitor center.
Would those be in the visitor center?
I think some of them would be in the basement. Like, I think this one would be in the basement. The toilet would not be.
Okay.
Like, this would not be. This is in the visitor center, for sure. This is... I don't think this is in the visitor center. I think this is off-site where they're doing some things to turn on the power. I believe it's in a different building. But they could have hidden it in the visitor center if they wanted to. So I guess this one is okay. It kind of makes sense.
I think that we'll eventually get a visitor center.
This one is in the visitor center as well, I believe. And this is just not, but yeah.
I still like how they just didn't give us a plain gate. They actually had like rooms in the back of it, right? And I mean, I feel like that's added detail, that they didn't have to do.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's a decent use of space, but I think I would have preferred just a plain old back to it.
What?
I think I would have preferred a plain old back to it, personally.
Really? Yeah. I think it makes it more cool because here's the thing. Looking at the gate, it's very bland. Now, obviously, it's realistic to the movie, but it's bland, right? And I feel like kids, even though that's not really the main market with the set, it's more for like the older people that have seen Jurassic Park, right? I feel like kids, if they buy it, they're not just going to want that. So I like what they did. But clearly, Lego put more effort into the T-Rex than they did the gate.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. I think they did a really good job at the front of the gate, but I think it took.
I think
it took a lot more effort to design the T-Rex.
Yeah, I mean, they did a good job with everything. I was watching the designer video earlier today, and the T-Rex is gigantic.
It's like
so it's
2.5 feet long, right?
Something like that, yeah. But it's huge, and I'm like, wow.
But yeah.
So I will eventually get the set once I go back to work. If I ever go back to work, if not, Jeff, you'll have to buy it for me.
I'm not even buying it
for
myself.
Good friends do, right?
If
I know, but that's the thing about being a friend.
See, if it were, if I would have preferred, like, if it were a smaller scale gate, so that it was in scale, because if you notice the tire tracks are too far apart to have an Explorer in minifigure scale. So I would have preferred a minifigure scale Explorer with a slightly smaller version of the gate than just a regular T-Rex molded piece.
I don't know. I don't know.
They could have done a separate set for just the T-Rex.
Here's the thing. I'm content with the set. The only issue that I have is that I wish there was a visitor center, because that's what everybody was hoping for. And that's what's been rumored for a while. Like, everybody's like, we're getting a visitor center.
Obviously, the rumors were just wrong, and that was just people spreading false information.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm saying, like, everybody wanted a visitor center, and then when we ended up getting this, everybody was disappointed because they were hoping for something different. Now, clearly, a visitor center would have been a better set. Now, saying that, it's not a bad set, but it's like, if somebody's telling you you're going to get $1 million and you end up with 500,000, you're going to be disappointed. You'll still be glad you got 500,000, but you're not getting $1 million. And that's kind of how I feel with this set. It's a great set, but I was hoping for something better, and then when I ended up getting less, I'm kind of disappointed. So,
I don't know. I think that this is cool for what it is, but it's not anything groundbreaking, and it's not going to make me go out and buy it.
Picture a massive T-Rex attacking your city, Jeff. That would be great. Attacking your Lego collection.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yes, it's cool.
That's going to be beautiful, Jeff. That will be beautiful.
See, if it's cool, it's cool. If I was given it, I'd be happy, but I'm not going to spend $250 on it because I already want that train.
Just because getting it free from Lego. Like, come on. Why can't I be just too good?
Yeah. But...
Jelly, come on, Lego. If you're watching this podcast, send me and BrickByBrick one. We will get you guys the views. We will be honest, and we will be so brutal that you guys won't send us anything again. So send it to us, please.
All right.
Please. I said please.
You've definitely convinced them. But next up on the list is the 10th anniversary fan vote results, and I would have made a video. See, it's not going to be what I wanted since I didn't make a video on it. The Stitch didn't win.
Yeah.
The winner was the space station, which was cool, and I was predicting that, like I said, it will either be Stitch or the International Space Station. And
yeah, I knew it'd be either one of those two. The thing is that, like, NASA promoted this, according to Just Do Good. He said, like, NASA promoted this. And because NASA promoted it, there was no way Stitch was going to win. But picture if Disney had promoted Stitch, Stitch would have totally won.
I don't know. And for everyone who's watching, the submission received 10,438 votes. Stitch received like 5,000. So,
yeah. So it's crazy how much the space station, the space station. I can't speak. It beat it like crazy.
I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that there are already a bunch of space fans who had Ideas accounts because they voted or they supported the Saturn V and Women of NASA and all that. So I think that there's already a large market for space stuff within the Ideas program.
The set is gonna sell like crazy. The Saturn V sold really well. I know this one's gonna sell really
The
well.
Lunar Lander doesn't seem to have, like, it seems to be popular amongst people who have it, but it doesn't seem to be like flying off shelves or anything.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but like clearly these sets sell well and people want them. And like after NASA promoted it, once I heard that, I'm like, Stitch is not going to win. The issue is that Stitch should have won because I feel like no matter what, Stitch will sell better because the kid's going to see it and go, it's Stitch, and buy it. An adult's going to see it who's a fan of the classics and they're going to buy it too. So at the end of the day,
I mean,
you kind of have like a wider audience, I feel.
Stitch isn't the most popular Disney character. Like he's
yeah, but
popular.
everybody buys Disney stuff. People bought like the Wally set I knew sold pretty well until they had to recall it and then get the next one fixed.
It didn't sell as well as Saturn V.
Okay. But I'm just saying, like, if that was more widely available, that set would sell like crazy. Because just picture if that set was in a like in a Walmart or a Target, which I know most idea sets aren't. I see them showing up at Barnes and Noble, right?
Barnes and Noble usually has them. I've seen some of them at Target around holiday season. Like I saw the ship in a bottle.
Yeah. Yeah, see, I've never seen those around, Targets or Walmarts. But if they were selling Wally at Walmart or Target, that set would sell like crazy. Like people would buy it because you have a lot of kids walking through the store and they'd be like, "That's Wally," or like adults would be like, "That's Wally," and they buy it. I think
Stitch would actually have been stronger than Wally in that scenario because it would have been a smaller set, and parents aren't necessarily going to go out and be like, "Oh, fine, I'll spend $60 for you just because you see this thing on the shelf." But if it was like a $30 thing, they'd be more likely to, I think. To get more.
I'm still really disappointed that it didn't get approved. Now, I would love to have the designer of Stitch on the show because I know he's commented on your and my stuff. I would love to get him on the show.
He probably sells instructions for it, which honestly, at some point in the future, I might end up buying instructions and building it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's like disappointing. Like, I wish Lego had been like, "Hey, we're just gonna choose two," because clearly, I feel like this is a bad move for Lego. Like, I would have loved Lego to say, "Hey, we're gonna make the International Space Station and Stitch." That would have been great.
Yeah, that would have been cool. But maybe at some point in the future, the other three projects, like maybe they'll do a vote like this again every couple of years or something.
Maybe, but I don't see it happening anytime soon, though.
It would be cool. Actually, maybe.
I'm just glad that
maybe if they have a review period where there's no sets that are approved, maybe they'll go backwards.
Yeah.
And do one of these.
I'm just happy that Small Yellow didn't get approved. Yeah. Like, if Small Yellow got made into a set, I would have been really pissed off.
I would have been as well. It's a waste of a set.
Really, like, it's creative as an art form, but it's not creative as a Lego set. And you're just going to be putting up yellow bricks. I mean, Lego already pre-approved all these projects, right? So no matter which one won, it was going to be made. But, like, how difficult would that be for a kid or even an adult to put together the Small Yellow? Because they might be able to sneak in some other colors, but you basically see everything. Yeah. So, 95% of it would have to be yellow.
Yep.
So you run into that predicament, which means it'll be really hard for kids and adults to build. Because when you're only building in one color, like, those Lego instructions would be really difficult, for sure.
Do you want to talk about the next ideas-related topic that we have here?
Let's do it.
Yeah. I don't know much about Friends at all, but the torsos for some of the minifigures have leaked. I know you made a video on it, so you want to go into a little bit more detail?
Yeah. So there's 4 characters: Rachel, Joey, Gunter, and shoot, I can't remember the other person. Dang, some other person. And so the torsos leaked, and looking at those torsos, right? Lego went all the way out with those torsos. Those have little details. You look at the back printing of Rachel's jean jacket. Lego put so much detail into the back, and Lego just put so much detail in every little crease and every little design of the minifigs. And I was content with that. Lego did a great job, and I'm proud of them. And good job, Lego.
Yeah, so. They did a pretty good job. I'm interested to see what the full set looks like. I won't be buying it because it'll probably be expensive, and I haven't watched Friends. I don't really care about it.
It being about $60, $70 because it kind of has the aesthetic of the Big Bang Theory set.
The ideas submission looked a lot bigger. It looked like $100 set, but I assume they'll scale it down.
Yeah.
But while we're on the topic of,
I just hope the set sells well because
Big Bang Theory didn't.
Big Bang Theory, tanked. I still need to get that set because I love Big Bang Theory, and I'm hoping now that the show's discontinued, I'm hoping the set doesn't skyrocket in value, but I can totally see that happening. And so I need to get it before the year ends, before people are like, oh, $10,000 for this set, so, yeah.
While we're on the topic of leaked minifigures, we've got a couple other leaks that are very exciting to me personally. We've had a Goofy minifigure and a Mini minifigure, that's a new version of it, that have both leaked, presumably from the Disney Train direct-to-consumer set. And the Goofy minifigure is really exciting because we haven't gotten one of those before. And I think it looks great. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm glad we finally got a Goofy minifig. I mean, for a while, people have been wanting one since the Disney Series 1. Series 2, when, Goofy wasn't in the series, people were disappointed. So LEGO probably thought to themselves,
they probably had Goofy planned since the... They probably, after the first series, created an outcry for a Goofy minifigure. They probably decided, well, people want that minifigure. Let's put it in the expensive set because that'll sell the set.
That you totally got it. That's what LEGO did. They're like, yeah, people want Goofy. We're going to put in the most expensive set because the set is rumored to be $320. Now, that's a pretty hefty price. But Disney fans will buy it. I'm pretty sure the castle sold really well. And I'm pretty sure it still continues to sell well to this day.
That's probably why it still is on shelves.
Because
it's lasted...
Yeah, and it's something that...
I was going to say it's lasted longer than the average set does.
Yeah. Because anything Disney, especially a Disney castle, has a long lifespan on the market. I could see it being on the shelves for like another 2 years.
Once they discontinue it, they're for sure going to be making a Disneyland castle.
Yeah. I think that they're going to keep making like these direct-to-consumer Disney sets because they sell well. Like Disney Series 1, I remember like when that series came out, those sold like hotcakes. I could not find them in stores for 6 months, right? And when I eventually found them all, it was in like a small town with like 800 people living there. And they had just got them. There was like 4 boxes I got to complete the series. And then, like, after that, I started seeing them in stores every once in a while. But, like, those sold like crazy. I don't know how well Disney Series 2 has been selling because I haven't been out since then. Because, the car
up in stores a lot faster. I don't know how well it's been selling, really. But I do know that, it is readily available. And they probably planned on it selling well. So there's probably going to be a large amount of them out there. We'll have to see. Like, if they made way too many of them, it'll be very obvious because it'll, they'll be everywhere forever, like Simpsons Series 2.
I would have loved them to do like a really rare Disney minifig, but I feel like this is the appropriate time to drop one. Like maybe like one per box of a exclusive Disney
Honestly,
minifig.
Or had the Steamboat Willie idea had not been released, it would have been a very smart decision to make a limited chase Steamboat Willie minifigure.
Or I would have loved just like, kind of like what they do with the Mr. Gold, like have 5,000 rare Disney minifigs, in some boxes. I would go to different states for those. No, because here's the thing: Disney collectors will pay a lot more than like LEGO. I feel like just general LEGO collectors.
Like get a minifigure that will sell for, or like a CMF minifigure that will sell for as much as Mr. Gold.
I think that we could have. Let's just picture if LEGO did a Disney Series 3, and in that series there was 5,000 of, let's say, a Mickey, a sorcerer or Mickey or whatever, right?
See, I don't think that...
I forgot. Is that what it's called?
Mickey, yeah. I don't think that would be necessary, though.
I feel like it'd be cool, because by doing that, you add more hype to the series.
It'd be cool, but it would make people mad.
People are always going to get mad. See, I found 3 Mr. Golds and I bought another one. Here's the thing.
LEGO doesn't have to make people mad to sell Disney minifigures. They could just, like, even if they did the 1 per case of 60,
but it adds more hype.
I don't think that will add that much more hype. It's already very.
That's the thing. Nobody wanted the cop in Series 18. The thing is, they put it in there. They said 1 per box, and everybody wanted it now. You added hype to it. Same with Percival Graves. Now I know people wanted Percival Graves because they love Harry Potter, Fantastic Beasts type stuff, right? But by marketing it that way, you add more hype. Like there's no motivation. There's nothing that motivates me to buy.
Is a good idea, but they're never going to do a 5,000 worldwide for Disney.
I think they might.
Disney.
I totally could.
No chance for Disney.
I don't know for Disney, but like I could see them doing it again. Here's the thing, though. I have no motivation to go out there and buy Lego Movie Minifig Series 2 or Disney Series 2 at this moment. And I love both of those stuff. I love the collectible minifig line. My goal by the end of 2020 is to have all of them, which I have the majority of the expensive ones. You know, the Mr. Gold, right? I have that one covered. So that's kind of my main thing. So I can complete the series, right? If I wasn't broke right now and jobless, next year I will complete the series. Hands down, I will have every single collectible minifig ever made. Because a lot of people can say they have every single collectible minifig, but 95% of them will say they don't have Mr. Gold, right? I have that upper hand already. So no matter what Lego does, you know, I'll still be I'll have the upper hand, right? So you take... I know, but it's still real. That's the thing that matters, you know? And so, like, if you look at it at the end of the day, there's nothing motivating me to go out and buy Lego Movie Series 2. Or there's nothing motivating me to go buy Disney Series 2. And I like both of them. They're both really nice series. And the thing is, I'm not like in a rush to get them. Like, I'll take my time and get them. When it came to the Series 18, I wanted the cop. Now, I didn't go look for him because I had a guy that sent me out with all the minifigs for a discounted price, including the cop. And then, you know, I found a second one. I got a first one, my first one, because the first one was given to me, or not given to me, sold for me at a good price. The second one, I found at Legoland Discovery Center. We literally walked up to the lady and said, hey, can you open your case? We'll feel for the cop. We'll find it. And she just opened like 8 cases, and we all just took a cop out of there, right? But it's like, there was nothing pushing me to go, there's nothing pushing me to go out and get the newer series. They need to find something to do that. The next series, Series 20, will come out in 2020. We know that for a fact. I'm hoping we get a Mr. Silver or a Mrs. Gold or whatever, right? Because if Lego does that, even if they limit it to 10,000, the hype will be there, and everyone will try to find them. And I don't care if people get pissed off about not being able to get a certain minifig. That sucks for them. If they want it, they better search hard enough. I found 3 Mr. Golds, right? People didn't even find one. They clearly didn't care, or they didn't put enough effort into looking for it.
I think
so,
the other
that's
thing
my
with
opinion.
that is you just got really lucky, and 3 of them ended up being sent to your area.
I don't think I got... Dude, I went to 8 stores a day.
There were 5,000 Mr. Golds. There are probably 5,000 stores that get... probably more than 5,000 stores that get the minifigures. There's a good chance that the stores in your area would not get one at all, which is the problem with a 1 per 5,000 or a 5,000 ever made. You can't guarantee that it'll get to anywhere. Someone could work their butt off trying to find one and not have a chance just because there wasn't one sent there. That's why I think the 1 per case of 60 is a way better thing.
Here's the thing. In every state, I saw at least 1 or 2 found, right? There were some states like Illinois that had about, I believe it was like 30-something. California had like 50, 60-something, right? And then Texas had about 40-something, right? So all of those states had more found. Now, out of the 30-something found in Illinois, I believe it was, I found 3 of those, right? So the thing is, this is what people got to understand. For about 2 months, I went to about 8 stores a day, sometimes more, right? I'd go to all the stores in my vicinity. I had my parents drive out an hour or 2 hours around the area to help me find the stuff, right? And my parents had so much dedication to helping me find it. When I found the first one, and then I saw BrickShed's video, somebody had found 2. I said, I'm going to find 2. I found 2. Then, you know, somebody, you know, I saw, I'm like, you know, why get 2 when you can get 3? And I found 3. There is some dedication, because I guarantee you there's at least 1 per state. And Jeff, if you took your whole day, right, if you took the 24 hours out of the day you had, and you had driven every single store, you probably would have found one. If you did that every single day until you found one. Now, it's not like, yeah, it might be a luck thing too, but it's also like dedication. I feel like if you're dedicated enough, like if they make a Mrs. Gold or a Mr. Silver and there's 5 or 10,000 of them, I will go to different states to find them, and I will have the most. And like, even bring up luck. There's a guy in the Philippines that has 6 Mr. Golds. I don't know if you know about, he's an Instagram seller. And he's always selling them for like, you know, a certain price, but I think he's a scammer. That's the thing.
So you don't even know that he has 6?
Like I said, send me proof.
So you don't even know that he has 6?
No. There's a photo of it, like 6 Mr. Golds. in a row. So it's clear that it's either not his picture, but somebody has 6 of them, and it's not Photoshop. Somebody has 6 Mr. Golds, and he was selling them. And the thing is, I can't trust him because he has the stuff. Like, I would have already bought one, but they're actually fairly cheap. But they're done through, what's it called? I can't remember what thing it goes through Western Union. And like I said, send me proof that your things are real, and all things that he sent me have been in other languages and like weird accounts with like a few followers. So I don't know how legit he is, but somebody out there has 6 Mr. Golds or has had 6 Mr. Golds. So I feel it's about dedication. You work your butt off, you can get anything in life. So
all right, next topic that we have here is the...
You like my little like tangent?
Yeah, your tangent was good. Good tangent.
Thank you.
But
now you can put more ads on the podcast.
But next up, we have the official images of the Lunar lander. We're just going to cover these real quick because we talked about the box image last week or last episode, and yeah, I mean, I'm actually very happy with the final model. I think that the base adds a good level of detail to the whole display. I don't know. I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Looks better than it did on the box.
I didn't think I would like it originally. I agree. So I watched Just Too Good's review on it, and recently I've been watching a lot of Just Too Good's reviews, which I mean I usually don't do. So it can split in half, and then I believe it can split another way.
I
but
think
if you look on
you can take the top off of the, like you can take the ascent portion off of the descent portion, and you can lift it off the base. So that's where they get to read. You can also pull off the sides that you can put minifigures in.
Yeah. If you look at the interior of the gray part, I forgot what it's called. There's a lot to it. There's a lot of like little details they use. A lot of the like inside is done with stickers, which adds more detail to it. They did a great job with it. I would buy it. Here's my only complaint:
is really good, and
is that the minifigs aren't the actual.
Like it shows all the stuff. Yeah. Explains why.
So Buzz Aldrin and what's his name, Neil Armstrong. Yeah. None of those minifigs are included. They just
just have yellow faces.
2 generic yellow minifigs. Now, here's what Lego could have done. Now, they said that they might not have the rights to their face. They could have given us a normal pale peach white minifig, and it would have been fine. You could have called it whoever you want to.
Well,
make it similar. You don't have to make it look exactly like them. And that's where they
have the rights to use his name in merchandise.
That's why. Okay, so that's why you don't say the name there. You just make it look like them, and you don't say anything else. Then people use their common sense and say that's supposed to be Neil Armstrong or Buzz Aldrin, right?
Too.
that's what they should have done.
They can do that with these as well.
They're yellow, dude. Like that.
We have had.
You just made them peach.
We have had yellow named minifigures before. Specifically, some dude.
Here's the thing: you are right about the name thing. Lego would not have the right to their names, but Lego has done this with the women of NASA. I believe there's like, how much women are in that set? 4 of them?
There were supposed to be 5 in the idea submission, but one of them did not want to be.
There were supposed to be 5.
So it could be the same thing here, where they didn't want to be in the
set. Yeah. And here's the thing. I wonder how much they'd have to pay them to use their name or use their likeness, right? And that's where you kind of fall into that, problem. But like, I was thinking about the Women of NASA set. I love to get that set, but I feel like it's a part of history, right? It really highlights the powerful women, even though I'm not for women. I'm sorry. I'm straight still. I'm not really for, like, women supremacy or some supremacy. But it really gives women a spotlight in the set, and that is one of the sets I regret not getting. And I want to eventually get it, but it's not that much on the aftermarket. But it really highlights 4... Okay, it does? Okay, it is. Oh, my God. So it highlights 4 iconic women that were, that made contributions towards space. And that is something that is great. So, yeah.
Yeah,
I would love to get that set. There's a lot of idea sets that I missed out on that I'm like, why didn't I get this? Like Tron, Voltron I know still out. Fishing Store's not out. Wally. All these good sets that I'm like, I missed out.
Also, I like the flag in this one.
Do you have the one with the normal neck joint?
I had the old neck joint, but I got the parts for... I asked customer service for the parts to the new neck joint. So.
Okay, see, I would have had the set, but I I remember when Lego like announced that they were gonna get the next joint fixed or whatever. Then I never bought the set because I was waiting for them to correct it. And by the time they corrected it, they had a really small batch, and then I didn't get it. So
there's an image of the
the base plate is such a great add-on.
Yeah, this really cements the display together. Like, I've seen this.
That is beautiful. Like they did a great job.
It looks pretty good in person.
What happened? Yeah. Oh, your friend has it, right?
I think it's pretty good.
Your friend's into Lego too? I didn't know you had friends that were into Lego.
He has a Saturn V.
I didn't know you had like friends. Oh, I mean, so does he like Lego or does he just like
he likes Lego. Things? He doesn't buy a ton of it. He buys like maybe a couple larger sets a year.
Yeah, okay.
So Makes he has sense. Like the Saturn V.
Well, at least you have friends that are into Lego.
He has the Saturn V and he has the Lunar lander.
I have no friends that are into Lego.
And
I say I have no friends that are into Lego. I mean, I have no friends that are into Lego that I've met. So
also, my friend was a trader and he voted for the space station instead of Stitch. My friend was a trader and voted for the space station instead of Stitch.
If you're watching this, you're a piece of garbage. Does he know about your YouTube channel? Hey, dude, if you're watching this right now...
I don't think he'll be watching this, but...
Okay, I think you're the one... Well, if you're watching this, dude, it's all your fault, bro. Come on.
All right. Next minor news topic. We have the AFOL Designer Program packaging, which this isn't super special or anything, but I did want to showcase it real quick. So nice premium packaging. And the special fancy part, also there are little display backdrops on the inside. And the fancy part that is notable is the fact that they have an exclusive element, which is a Technic Brick 2x4, which is one of those new things that's coming out with Spike Prime. But this one is exclusively printed, and this appears in all of the BrickLink sets.
Are you serious? Oh my god. Okay, I didn't even know about that. I didn't, but that being said, I'm not really interested in anything that isn't branded with the Lego logo. Now, I know that this is like a Lego collaboration project with BrickLink, but like once it doesn't say Lego on there, I don't consider it a Lego product.
60 years of the Brick logo is official.
It doesn't mean anything.
It means something. It means 60 years.
That does not mean everything. So what? It doesn't have the Lego logo. If it has BrickLink, BrickLink is not Lego. This is something where Lego's like, we'll give you the pieces, we'll make the sets.
Logo.
Nobody cares, Jeff. It's not actually a Lego product. It's kind of like a product where it's like, hey, you know, you make this, we're gonna send you the bricks to make it, but it's not Lego.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of what happened. And so I will never buy one of those sets for that reason. If Lego would have been like, hey, this is the design program, we're going to put the Lego logo on the set, I would consider it a Lego product, and that means I would have totally bought these sets. Like, I would have bought a few of them. The castle, my friend BB202 actually did a really good video on it.
It does say Lego
It's a stellar build.
I don't know. I kind of consider these Lego sets, to be honest.
Oh, they don't have the Lego logo on there. And it's not like an Ideas project where it has the Lego logo. You get your design approved, you get the Lego logo on there, and it's a set. That's what happens. That's what Ideas does. This is not Ideas, and I will not support something that does not have the Lego logo on there. So, Lego, you should have totally just put the Lego logo on there, remove the BrickLink thing, then everybody would have bought it.
The point was that it had the BrickLink thing, though.
Because that bothers me. If like when I saw those, I know, but like if they would have submitted like the project, right, and Lego would have just slap the Lego logo on there, I would have bought the sets. I would have bought a few of them. The saloon, the castle, those are the great ones. The what's the little one with the track or whatever?
I don't know. Yeah, I know
what I'm talking about.
I don't know what it's called.
Those are beauties, but since I don't have the Lego logo, I'm not going to buy them, and I won't support them. So I'm not going to, but I don't consider it a Lego product.
Maybe you should then.
I can't. If it was Ideas, that's different. It's a Lego product. This is not a Lego product. So this is like a mock where you're like, hey, great mock, Billy Bob. I'm going to buy your mock.
You see that?
I know. That's why this castle's been sold out for a while.
I haven't looked at it.
Yeah. People like it. It's great. Okay, the Skyline Express. Okay, that's the one I was talking about. and the saloon and stuff. Those are all really, really nice sets. They did a good job with them. How much does the designer get about for these? Like, how much do they get?
No,
Like, do you know?
They've said publicly.
He was telling me it was like 10%, which is actually really high if that's accurate. Yeah. Because I'm like, that's higher than the ideas, you know.
1%, but they probably sell a lot more quality idea sets than they will of these.
That is true. Yeah. I'd love to get an idea set, like make it like a bigger one, let's say, but like a $200 idea set, and I got 1% of the sales. I would be down with that because I'd end up with a lot of money. So,
next up,
I would be
on
balling.
the list of news.
Ballin'
is the Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga game, which, you know, it's a game. We have the trailer here. It's nothing too crazy special. I mean, it just kind of.
I'll narrate it. Pew 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 pew.
He died, and then he landed somewhere else. But he's a different person. He loses his hand.
Pew, 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 pew. I'll give you my arm, babe. What? Dad? No, who are you? Okay, I'm gonna dance to the beat. The dance. Oh no. You want to die. Prepare to die. All 9 films, 1 new game. Lego Star Wars, The Skywalker Saga. Narrated by Brother from Another Brick, coming 2020.
This could be potential new molds for this DO droid, which is going to be featured in the Episode 9 movie and probably the sets.
Yeah, I believe you're right.
But I mean, this is not confirmed to be the actual.
Yeah, you're right. Mostly.
We'll see.
I think we'll see it in a set. I'm pretty sure.
But yeah,
I'm probably about 90% certain, not certain. Certain is not a word. Hello, I'm certain.
The game is supposedly coming out at the very end of the year / the beginning of next year. No official date yet.
I mean, it says coming 2020.
But there's no official date.
I mean, why would it come out this year?
Well, it could be like I saw a rumored release date was the 31st of December this year, which is practically 2020.
I heard this. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm reading the article wrong. I actually heard this was coming December of 2020.
Yeah, there were two.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I was reading something else.
That were like put into systems. There was. So basically, I think it was like the Switch version had a release date input of December 31st, 2019, and then all the other consoles were December 31st, 2020. And what the consensus on the internet was that they're just placeholder dates, and they don't actually have an official release date yet.
Okay, I mean that makes sense.
But yeah, I mean it looks like a good game. It'll be cool to have all 9 movies in one game. I don't know. Yeah, I hope Solo and Rogue One are in there as DLC, but yeah, and also if they are in there as DLC or extra bonus levels or whatever, it'll be interesting to see how they build L3 in Lego officially.
Yes, sir. You're right.
Along with that, both pieces of news came from E3, but they also announced Forza Horizon 4 Lego Speed Champions expansion pack, which was probably the most interesting piece of news I've seen all weekend. Like,
here's the thing: I don't play video games, so it's not really something that I care about. You know,
I mean, I don't have this video game.
Oh my gosh, is that like okay? I was worried that was like,
and I can't get the expansion for it, therefore. But like, this is an interesting piece of news just because it's like I'm surprised to see. So Forza is a racing game that's been around for a while, and like they're on the 4th one or whatever. I don't follow very closely, but it's a relatively big racing game. I'm kind of surprised to see them adding Speed Champions.
Yeah.
Which, yeah.
I think that's a way to promote the cars more.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, like for a while I didn't know that Speed Champions actually sold well. But clearly it sells well because it's making it in games. They've keep releasing waves over waves over waves. Now they usually just give us one wave. That being said, you know, I guess the cars must sell pretty well to keep continuing because I know for a while the Racers line wasn't selling good. But these cars are like beautiful. Every time I put together a Speed Champion set, I'm very content, even if it's a small $15 one. I've only put together the small $15 ones, but they're great.
I've never built a Speed Champion set.
I have no complaints here. I'm glad they're branching out. More people will know about the sets. Hopefully, they'll buy them more. We'll get more of them. You've never built the
I've never
Speed
owned one.
Champions? I think you should buy one, Jeff. They're $15. You'll love them. They're the nicest looking cars out there. Like they stick out in a collection. So
I kind of wanted the Mustang one.
hey,
But I didn't buy it.
just buy one of them. Just buy a $15 one. You won't go broke, Jeff. I promise you'll be able to eat for the next week. If not, well, just picture how broke I am, and then
I'll
you'll
buy
be
one at
good.
some point.
Um,
I don't know. I don't. There are certain ones that I don't really love. Like, I'm not a big fan of the.
just buy one of them, Jeff. Go to your store, look around, go. I like this one.
They don't
Buy
carry
one
them
of them.
at most
Build
of the
it.
stores near me, so they carry a very.
Target?
They carry a very limited selection to Target. Like,
Okay, I know, but go there. You'll find one you like. Go to Walmart, Target. I've seen them showing up. Some people have been saying they're showing up at Walmart. I've seen my
carry them at all whatsoever.
Okay, yeah, I haven't seen them in my Walmarts either, but that's what people have been saying.
Actually,
I see them up in my Targets, and they have.
They sell them at Barnes and Nobles.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen them at Barnes and Noble.
I don't know. Let's see, but yeah.
Like, dude, go to Target. I get your Target
They
totally
used
has
to,
some
but
there.
now they only have the $100 set leftovers. I think.
And go somewhere, find a way to get a $15 set, buy it online,
Okay, I'll do it at some
something,
point.
Jeff. You'll be fine. You'll get it. You'll love
I
it.
would consider either the Ford Mustang.
Do it very
or
soon. I know
the Camaro. No, it's not bad. The Ferrari's okay.
they're all great sets. I would love to eventually own every single Speed
Honestly,
Champion set, but that's a
I
goal
kinda
for
like
later
the,
in my life.
$30
so.
Dodge Challenger set.
Yeah, it's a beauty. Yeah, I don't own it, but it's a beauty.
But yeah, anyway, Forza expansion is interesting news, but nothing crazy notable for the majority of us.
If I had ever played a video game in my life, I'd be hyped. But right now, guys, if you hand me a controller, I would not know what to do. So just picture, I'm a 20-year-old grown adult that has never played a video game in their life.
That game right there.
That's sad.
So, you should play that.
Which one?
Expansion pack.
I have to have the console,
You
though.
could get it first, PC, on Steam. Yeah.
Oh, really?
They had.
Maybe. We'll see.
You could do a video game playing video. It'd be so popular. That'd
actually be cool. That'd be cool. The thing is, I've tried to do that before. Like recently, I played the Lego Tower game, and I was so bored and miserable. I was saying this earlier that I was gonna make it a video on my channel, but I got so bored and miserable by it that like nobody would watch the video. I was actually in pain playing the game. It's like, move your things up to the elevator, or like, go in this elevator, go to floor 1, put Billy Bob on floor 1. You put Billy Bob on floor 1, put Gladys on floor 1, put Billy Bob Joe the Ho on floor 3. You know, it's like, I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, this is boring as heck. And they're like, yeah, you get to beta test it. I'm like, who wants to play this game?
Obviously.
Like, are they trying to bore kids? No, well, I was trying to be fair and trying to turn it into a video, but clearly Lego and their games suck. Like, I love the Scooby-Doo game. I love the Mighty Micros game, even though the Mighty Micros game was kind of childish or whatever. But, like, it was boring. Like, I wanted to blow out my brains. I'm sorry, guys. I just got to be honest here. So, yeah, sorry. That's my little rant.
Right,
so.
well, do you have a rant prepared for Lego Minions?
Nah.
Are you excited for it?
You say rant
Yeah,
from
I said you have a rant
Minion?
prepared for it. Are you excited for it?
I'm hyped, dude. I'm really hyped.
I didn't like the Minions movie, but
I am hyped.
Me, I think that they're decent side characters. So I hope that they branch this out and do sets based on Despicable Me instead of just the Minion sequel solely. But either way,
oh, I totally could see that happen.
I mean, I imagine there will at least be several 4+ sets in this wave. I don't think they'll all be 4+. I do think that this is targeted towards an older demographic than Trolls. But yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a large, like,
I mean, I know when the Trolls
big
thing
fig or a buildable figure of a Minion.
I think we're gonna see a Brickhead, for sure. I know it was like somebody in my comment section. I believe maybe it was Julian who said that. I'm not sure, but they were saying like, is like, hey, we're gonna get a Minion Brickheads, and I totally predict we're gonna see a Minion Brickheads. I feel like that will fly off the shelves because even though like brick heads are square, they will find a way to make it look curved on the top, and that brick head will sell like crazy. I predict right now we are going to get a Minion brick head for 2020, 100% sure. Fine, 90% sure. Yeah, like that's a perfect opportunity. Now Gru, I don't know how they do Gru. I don't think we'd see Gru as a brick head. I don't know how they do it.
Do it, but it would be really boring.
I feel like it looked really weird. Like, is that Gru or is that
they could do it? They could do it the same way that they do the same way they do Jack Skellington, where the proportions are just standard brickheads proportions, and it doesn't look very special at all. And there's no real identifying features for Gru aside from his nose, unless they want to give him a nose.
Okay, so like if I ever made a brick head, we both have big noses, so bam. The BFAB Gru brickhead. I could use that as my sig fig. Like people always like BFAB, you have a big nose. I'm like, y'all aware, God, I'm black and white. I have a big nose. I look like an albino black guy.
If we get
I don't know what
if we get a Gru minifigure, you can just use his head as your sig fig's face.
Yeah. I mean, soon, guys, once I take off on YouTube, guys, I'm going to use that money and get a rhinoplasty. Y'all will be like, BFAB, you look so good. Once you got rid of that huge honker right there, so, and once I lose weight too. But I was looking at that interview. I know I'm going around in random topics. I was looking at my interview and I'm like, I got fat. So I look back at my 2018 interview at Brickworld Chicago. I'm like, I had a jawline. Go to this one, go, holy shoot, what I've been eating, like I just got like big. I've been looking like a little whale. I'm like, and when I like tried to like move, I saw like my fat just like go up and like boing, you know what I'm saying? So sorry, I just said that, go on that little story. But talking about Minions, like you were saying, Despicable Me sets, I totally think if they don't do them now, they will go back and make them after. So I think we're going to see Minion sets for now. We're going to get like 5 or 6 sets, maybe more. Maybe a brick head, and then maybe a minifig series. People were saying that, but I don't know. Doesn't Minions get released in June? I don't know if we... Well, actually, I think we could get a minifig series. Maybe a minifig series, and then I think that'd be great. Though I don't think that we need a minifig series. I know Mega Block, I don't think we need it. I feel like we can get enough Minions in the sets, and if they give us 5 or 6 sets, we get those sets. Maybe LEGO releases another wave after, and then... like the following year, they just start making stuff based off Despicable Me, but those stuff will still sell. I mean, Mega Bloks held onto the license for a while because LEGO only acquired the license for LEGO Dimensions, and then once the whole LEGO Dimension packs got canceled, they had Despicable Me, Minions just sitting around. Yeah. So then they made sets for it, and yeah.
I'm kind of surprised that. So I guess they probably never made it into production because otherwise they probably would have ended up leaking images of the.
Yeah, I don't think they ever made it into production, but they had a lot of licenses. Like they had How to Train Your Dragon, Captain Underpants, Avatar. Like Avatar is going to be a really good one once the movies drop. If Leo can still hold on to the license,
honestly, I would be surprised.
Shrek, they have
it's based off of Avatar. At least one like larger set, maybe targeted at older audiences.
Here's the thing: Avatar is such a popular franchise. Like. Once those sets do get made, as long as LEGO still holds onto the license, because I originally thought LEGO still had the Scooby-Doo license. Little did we know they didn't have it. But they had made a few movies after the sets got discontinued. So I'm like, they still have the license. They're still making LEGO stuff. Scooby-Doo, they don't have that anymore. But then it seems like LEGO's just been picking up a bunch of new licenses. I mean, Playmobil now has Scooby-Doo.
Very well at all, aside from the Mystery Machine set.
From what I've been told, they didn't sell well. Yeah. But, like, I feel like LEGO just needed to market them better because they made all these movies, right? They made, like, 3 movies for LEGO Scooby-Doo. Why did they do that? Like, maybe Hanna-Barbera was, like, forcing them to? I don't know. But it's, like, it's clear, like, those sets, they should have done better marketing with them because I love those sets. I bought all those sets within, like, a month of them being released a month or two. But they were great sets. I mean, they were phenomenal. I have them all. It seemed to be like the odd one out. I love like Angry Birds and Scooby-Doo, all that like really weird stuff. So yeah, I mean, I could see us getting like Gru's. What's Gru's vehicle called? Do you know what it's called?
I haven't watched Despicable Me in ages.
Okay, but I think that the sets, guys, are going to be amazing. I know a lot of people are like saying these sets are going to suck or Lego's like running out of ideas, guys. Anything Minions sell amazing. There's no way these sets aren't going to be hot sellers. Like Angry Birds, I feel like the reason the sets did bad is the movie did bad, but I love those sets. I also paid full price for all those sets. But I feel like Minions I feel like Minions is going to sell well. Like Minions merch does amazing. So, it's smart that Lego got the license, and I'm expecting really high sales for the sets. So
right.
Yeah.
Next topic is a really, really topic close to our hearts on this Jeff and BFAB show, because we've talked about it every single episode without fail. We have another update on the Dragon Boat race, and it has an official release date in the US. It's already out overseas. It came out on June 1st in the UK and in Europe. But we'll be getting it here on July 1st, and it's only $50.
What?
You didn't
What?
think it would be only $50?
Because you said that, I'm like, that set has what, 14
minifigs?
minifigs?
643 pieces. This is a really good deal.
Holy shoot! That's an amazing deal.
I am very likely going to buy one.
Wow. This is like a first day buy. Almost 700 pieces. And $50, 14 minifigs. That's crazy. Now, that being said, there's like no new molds for the set, so I understand the price being cheaper, but that's a great deal. Like, the box art for those New Year sets are amazing anyway. The only thing that sucks is Lego
too.
Yeah, but I feel like printing isn't as much as making a new mold, right?
Exclusive prints here.
The sad thing is that we'll never be able to get the New Year's dinner set or the Dragon Dance because Lego said they
want to. Like, if they wanted to, if they thought that they could re-release them next year for next year's Chinese New Year.
They could, but Lego said they weren't going
to. They just didn't say they would.
Said every set that's made after May or something will be available.
Will be released worldwide. They didn't say the sets that were released exclusively to regions before May wouldn't be released. They didn't say that.
I feel like I don't see them doing that. I don't see them doing that. I see them building more off a different palette and then kind of adding more sets to the New Year's kind of theme, right? I see them doing that.
They could if they wanted to.
Yeah, they could, but I doubt they will. Like, that means like they'd have to change a lot of things, like make more Vader busts or make more brick heads for Wild Style.
And those. They could just do the Chinese New Year ones because, or if they think that they would sell well. I don't think they would.
They will sell well. Yeah. Sure. Dude, that's $50 and almost 700
this
pieces.
One will sell well. I don't know.
That's a steal.
Like, they could do the other ones if they think they'll sell well. They won't redo Wild Style and Lucy because there's no way they're going to sell well.
Yeah, because, well, they limited them too. They also had like the limited sticker thing.
I don't think they sold well, especially with the fact that Lego Movie 2 stuff doesn't seem to be selling well. Yeah.
Really? I mean, I'm pretty sure they were hot. They were selling like crazy when they first came out.
I think the movie kind of like flopped.
It did. I remember Warner Brothers was saying they didn't expect it to do that bad or whatever.
Did not live up to expectations.
It still had a high rating. Like, I hated the movie. My little brother and I say till this day it was one of our worst movies.
It was far better than Ninjago movie.
Yo, you're not knowing. No, Ninjago movie was fine. The Lego Movie 2, my little brother and I hated it so much. We were so miserable in the theater, and I turned to my little brother.
There was one scene that I hated.
What happened? I hated the whole movie. But the sets are great. I love the sets. I'll keep buying the sets. Like, I know Jet was like, hey, BFAB, you can't if you don't like the movie, you can't like the sets. That's a bunch of BS because I love the sets. The movie was just garbage. Like, my little brother and I were so uncomfortable in the theater after watching it. We just kept looking at each other, and I could tell he was bored, but he didn't want to be rude to me since I bought him the ticket, right? And I turned around, I whispered to him, and I'm like, hey, I didn't turn around. I turned to hit the side. I'm like, hey, this is so boring. I hate the movie. He's like, me too. He's like, I just didn't want to tell you because you bought me the ticket. But we both hated the movie.
I appreciated the Back to the Future references.
Lego did a horrible job.
I appreciated the Back to the Future
What happened?
references, and they're also introduced to us a new Lego DeLorean design. They should definitely make that.
Yeah. Why does that matter? It's not like they're going to make it in Lego. And, I mean, they're not going to, though.
The Chevy commercial.
You know who they
Chevy
should have
commercial
made?
that was aired before the
What
movie.
happened?
And they also featured the model in the movie on
What?
desks. That was the best. The commercial was the best.
Oh,
Have you
really?
seen it? No,
I don't recall it now. You know who they should have made as a minifig? Chuck Norris. They got him to voice. They got his likeness. They could have totally made him a minifig.
Bruce Willis.
What? Bruce Willis. Fine, Bruce Willis. They should have made a Bruce Willis minifig.
Yeah.
They clearly missed a perfect opportunity. But yeah, the Dragon Boat Race, guys, is beautiful. I cannot wait to get it July 1st, even when I'm broke and don't have a job. And I might have to sell myself to get the set, but hey, you never know. I'll
probably get it eventually.
If you see me on the street corner,
it'll be available in the US. That's
my
concern.
I see it being out there for a month, but I'm gonna at least buy one copy for sure. Maybe two. It depends. I'm just going to beg my mother for money. She'll be like, "Piatan, you're 20 years old. Why you keep asking me for money, me son?" You know. So
you got one more topic for today, but it's the most in-depth topic of the however many we went over.
We're going to be talking about the LEGO catalog that officially got revealed today. LEGO posted a bunch of them to their servers. I'm your host. I'm just kidding around. Brother from another
So you get some Duplo sets. I know these are all your favorite. I mean, I know you love Spider-Man sets.
Those I've already seen all of them other than the Frozen one.
That Olaf Duplo figure is something else.
A cash cow for LEGO. Like anything Frozen is a cash cow for LEGO. So kudos to LEGO for being smart and coming out with a dupe.
Minifigures and mini dolls, but we do have the Disney ones.
I would buy.
The TMF ones.
I would buy, and this is sad to admit, I would buy a lot of the Disney Princess sets if they just had minifigs. Like I don't like admitting that I like to buy Princess stuff. Yeah. Nice sets. They just need to change the mini dolls to minifigs. And I understand they're going for a girl audience, and they already did a test when they were testing these sets out. And you know, one of the designers came on the Beyond the Brick stream and said that when they were doing a test, they showed the girls the minifigs with the sets, and the girls weren't interested. This was with friends, and this is why they still do the mini doll things. And so they designed the new mini dolls, and the girls loved it because it kind of reminded them more of a doll. So for girls, this is great. The girls are going to love it. Like you were saying earlier, the Frozen set was like one of the top sellers when it came out. I forgot when it came out.
It was 2017. Yeah.
2017. So it's coming back in late 2019.
It's basically straight up release. It's just a different number.
It's the same exact set.
Some people, I did see some speculation.
LEGO, you know, they always say
change the colors of some of the trans medium blue set or trans medium blue parts that were in the first one, which because apparently that color's been retiring. Trans medium blue, but
looks the same in my opinion. I couldn't really tell any difference.
It is a very subtle difference, so it could be possible. And they might not even have updated the official images. It might just be the contents of the box. The same way they transitioned Pearl Gold over to the new Pearl Gold. Yeah. Like last year, where you couldn't tell in the box, but you know, it was slightly visible in real life.
Yeah, I mean, you know, clearly this set sold amazing, so LEGO re-releasing it's smart. I mean, Frozen 2 comes out when?
There was a new teaser trailer that came out today.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I know you shared it with me. I didn't watch it. But like when this set comes out in August, it's gonna start selling crazy again. And then once the movie, you know, comes out again, this set's gonna sell like hotcakes. You're not gonna be able to find it in any stores. So
I'll buy it if it's half off.
I doubt you'll find it on clearance. I doubt you'll find that one on clearance. I think your best bet is Walmart for like 30% off.
Probably. It might take clearance at my Walmart. Girl stuff doesn't sell as good as regular stuff. Mine, at least.
It's Frozen. I feel like anything Frozen sells well.
Minecraft. I know you are a big fan of this one.
I like it, yeah. I mean, here's the thing. I will never go out of the way to buy a Minecraft. Okay, that's a lie. I bought like the Fortress set, which was my biggest regret ever. Because that set falls apart when you move it in.
Cool, but not like none of these are chicken set, but the old chicken set. That one's kind of cool, but I didn't even buy it.
So I mentioned that sheep. I mentioned that sheep. I mentioned that Steve was abusing the animals by dyeing them. Like they don't have no free will. They can't be like, dye me. You know?
Though, what if If you feed them,
What if he asks
they'll,
their permission?
like, pop up hearts and just be really, really happy and in a lovely mood. And then you can just die them.
No, but that's dying them. Like I started laughing because I didn't know what that big thing was originally until I was reading like somebody's thing that said that was a big red sheep or something. I'm like,
It's a sheep, obviously.
what is that? Is like, and then I know
It's a sheep, obviously.
what happened. He was saying that was Knuckles from Sonic, and I'm like, that's funny. But that doesn't look like a sheep. So I love the set in the sense that it looks so stupid that I am like, oh, this is stupid.
You should buy it. Definitely.
You know, like when something's so bad
Like the movie
that
Venom.
it's like it's cool.
Like the movie
I don't
Venom.
know how to describe. Call me Venom. Yeah. But like all these sets are just okay. Like I will never buy any of these unless it's like 30 to, well, not even 30%, like 50% off. I'd buy these. Now the Minecraft Mine, maybe 40% off, 30% off. I'd take it, which will be that way at Walmart. But like I say 50% off to buy the other ones. Like Minecraft is okay enough that I will buy them at 50% off. But anything else, it's like I really don't care for it that much.
I won't buy any of these probably. This one is an old set. Yeah, this one is really basically just stuff we've already gotten. Nothing special there.
Yeah, I mean, it's an add-on to it. I mean, that's basically what you do with the Minecraft sets. You could basically put them right next to each other, attach them together, and you just keep building on, and it looks good. So I didn't know that Minecraft is still really selling super well, but I feel like they're selling more in Europe. Like in the USA, they're selling okay. In Europe, they're selling like crazy.
Game's still doing pretty well, so.
Oh. Yeah, but I mean, I never see them like the stores like empty of the sets. Do you? No. I don't. Yeah, so I feel like in Europe they sell better. So I know the same thing was said with Nexo Knights. Like I thought that Nexo Knights and Elves had tanks, but according to they were doing an interview with a dude, and he's like one of the leads at Lego, and I forgot his name, and he was saying that Nexo Knights and Friends actually sold pretty well. I mean, Nexo Knights and Elves actually sold really well in the European countries.
And Nexo Knights wasn't.
I have no issue with the Elves other than the mini dolls. The sets look good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is my favorite of the sets here, just because it's white and not lime green. It's also not gray.
I still see it as so I looked at my comment section. Yeah. Most people are saying it's white. I saw a few silvers thrown around there.
If you guys want to, just not white. Go and I'll try to remember to leave a little card up in the corner to tell you to go and watch the live stream that I did on the 11th of June, where this image was revealed was released that day, and we had a whole really, really long and in-depth conversation about the color of this car, and we've concluded that it is white, except for BFAB. He disagrees. But, yeah, it's basically just a recolor of part of the previous Porsche.
Looks like the spider, which I was showing you guys earlier.
We're going over the color argument, and you're wrong.
Fine, you suck, Jeff.
It's a recolor of this.
Yes, it is a recolor of that set.
This is cool. How old is this one? Is retired set? No, yeah.
Oh, it's not retired. It came out this year.
They're doing two of them so close together. It would have been more reasonable to have recolored one of the older ones.
I have no issue with that. Even if the cars have the kind of the same look, they're still going to sell well because they're different colors. Like people just want the cars. The cars are really well designed, and with all like.
So if you didn't care about this one, you could just buy that one. Which I do think this one's cooler than the other.
Yeah.
Than that other set.
Yeah, I mean, the Speed Champions, they always do really well with. I wish I had more sets, but Speed Champions is like a theme that's really good, but it's not like amazing, you know? And I really focus on trying to buy the sets that I consider amazing.
But that's the only Speed Champion set that's going to be releasing this August. And some Technic sets, which, you know, they look cool for what they are, but...
I feel like none of us really care for the Technic sets, but I mean, they're cool. Yeah. Those look good, you know? I feel like that's something like my dad would really like, but you know the car looks great. I think that's a Mustang.
I don't know what it is. It comes with with this thing, but yeah, I don't know
truck.
What the car is supposed to be.
That truck must be huge.
Yeah, it probably.
That has to be gigantic. 80 centimeters. Okay, yeah.
That's like
Then that
this thing.
what is that?
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know
a
how to
crane.
describe it.
These
A
are the little
crane
stands
with
that keep
a.
it secure when it's craning. Yeah,
Looks great
I think
too.
the
I feel like if you had those displayed in your house,
yeah,
people would just like look at them all the time. But like, they're not my cup of
I don't
tea.
know.
That's not
I
something that
think
I really
speaking of
dig.
dig, haha, I hope that was intentional.
Out to the remote control stuff
I
that
think
you.
that this one looks cool. The Lieber crane.
I think both of those look really cool. They're really bulky. They kind of have like the remote control car look
This
to
one
them,
is going
kind
to be
of.
really expensive, and it has a lot of motors. It has like 7, I think, which is like the most we've gotten in a Technic set ever. I don't even want to think about how expensive this one is.
I love these sets.
Yeah. I think it's like
Maybe like $300-400
$450 or something like that.
So nice looking, but
Yeah.
clearly those aren't my cup. Clearly they aren't my cup of tea.
The
So
most interesting news here of the retail catalog, which we got images of this a couple days ago, but
before I gotta sing the catchy song. This song's gonna get stuck inside, yo.
Yeah.
Sing along, yeah.
No thanks.
This song's gonna get stuck inside your head.
We got 3. What these release August 1st? Okay. We've got 3 of them. We don't have official prices on any of them, but rumor has it this is 10, this is 20, and this is 30 or 40. Which, I think that this one is. Yeah, but I don't think it was a set that really needed to be made. I don't think anyone was really after the Sparkle babies.
You get 2 babies in there. You get Wild Style. You get Emmett. You get a little like decent plant build. I feel like in a star, you can't really go wrong with that. It's $10. I mean, if it was 15, there's no way it's worth it. At 10, it's totally worth it. You know, some kid goes into the store, sees that set. You choose a $10 city set, or you choose that.
Definitely the weakest $10 Lego Movie set, though. I think Sweetest Friends.
Oh yeah, because the other ones have been really, really good.
The best one, and then Sweetest Friends was really good as well.
Yeah, those were really good.
Yeah,
so Lego kind of dropped the ball.
Maybe it's not a bad set, but it's disappointing with my expectations that have been set by the previous $10 Lego Movie 2 sets. This one I really like, and I'll buy it just for Disco Benny.
Yeah, if it's a $15-$20 set, it's totally worth it. You get a decent metal beard build, unlike the one that came in that Welcome Batman set, which turned out was like really garbage or whatever. You get Benny with those new molded glasses. Unikitty actually has a scarf, which I mean, I didn't realize that it's like just a good point out. It's like a pipeline cleaner or whatever. Yeah, I didn't expect Lego to do that. That's great. Like when I was looking at the images,
that they didn't do a cape for that Batman. Nice. I don't know. I was expecting if they did one, then they would have done the other.
Yeah, I mean it looks great.
It looked good.
Yeah, and it's music metal beard. Who doesn't want that? So here's the thing, which I found out all this time. I didn't realize that armor part was Metal Beard's beard. I just thought they named him Metal Beard because of one.
You didn't realize that?
What? Oh, all this years I'm just like they just call him Metal Beard, right? I didn't know that was his beard. I thought that was just like an armor piece, like, and that that's his metal beard. I just didn't realize it. It looks like an armor piece. Like I don't think people can fault me for thinking that because it looks like an armor. It doesn't look like a beard.
That's because it's made of metal, and most beards are not made of metal. Most of them. I mean, there's at least a couple.
Well, all these years, I did not know that. I just thought they named a metal beard for the heck of it. So
this is a new color for the piece.
Yeah, I know. Once somebody called me out of my comment section, I'm like, "And this little armory piece, I love the new recoloration." They're like, "You're aware that's like Metal Beard's beard?" I'm like, "Wait, what? All these years, I didn't know that."
Color that piece. They've used it in the dark bluish gray, and they've also used it in dark blue in one of the Ninjago Skybound sets. Yeah, fun fact.
Ooh. The Unikitty's on the dance floor. Got it. Call 911. Somebody is doing on the dance floor.
Are these things printed from the Sister Starship? Well, I don't
Can't
remember.
tell. I really can't tell.
It's a Starship. So I thought maybe you would know.
I don't think they're prints. I'm pretty sure they're stickers. But now this set honestly looks like crap. Like, people are describing it as the Friends Gungan sub, which I mean is a perfect way to describe it. I kind of described it as a girly stingray.
Just look at the other one.
Maybe, I don't know. I can't tell, but
I think it
looks like crap.
I think it looks
I'll still probably end up buying it. I think it looks like crap. I'm kind of disappointed in this wave.
Yeah, it gives me the only thing I care about, which is Disco Benny, and the other two sets are whatever. And I just ignore them.
Now, this is what begs the question: are we going to see a direct-to-consumer cake build?
Not with how badly the movie's doing.
You don't think so? I think that we could get one. I feel like Lego probably already designed one and just is waiting. You know, like I know Just Too Good said in his video today he thinks this is the last wave for Lego Movie. I don't think it is. I think we'll get one wave in 2020. There's so much vehicles that were in like the little scenes that Lego could totally make a set. Yeah, they don't care. This merchandise probably did really well. I mean, I'm pretty sure the set sold really well. I am pretty sure the set sold well.
I mean, did the Lego Batman movie set sell well?
Oh. I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, they made a lot of them, so clearly they must have been selling well.
Or they just had a bunch of them designed, and then when they didn't sell well, they decided in the future they'd cool it.
They'll pull their designs. They do that all the time when things don't do well. They pull their designs. Picture what they did with Bionicle and Dimensions. When they realized they weren't going well, they just canceled it all. So.
Well, no, I
don't think that's how that works, Jeff.
Designed them all and were releasing them all, and they realized once they released them all that was a mistake. So they pulled the rest of Lego Movie 2 designs. Who knows?
I would still love to see a cake set. Like I feel like a cake set would be great. Like Lego needs to make a cake set.
I think the only
you agree?
The only things missing from the Lego Movie 2 line are that Disco Batman's cape and the Fox Girl and
there's just a lot of mini vehicles. I feel like we're still gonna at least get another wave. You know?
I thought that would have been a for sure set. But so if we do get another wave, that will for sure be in it. I can't. I can't.
I'm pretty sure we'll get another wave or two. Like I'm pretty
not happening. No, even the Lego Batman.
Don't think so.
That's fine. The final wave for that was in January of the next year.
Crazy thing is though, we already got 3 waves this year. Like we usually don't get 3 waves. We usually get 2 waves. I'm pretty sure.
I would be surprised if we got another wave.
So.
With Lego Batman movie,
so it's like I could see us getting at least one more
February wave. We had the second wave, which was in July, and then we had the third wave, which was January 1st, right? I think, and then with the Lego movie though their sets weren't released in February. They were released earlier than that, the first wave. So technically, second wave. I think this is kind of supposed to be like I think they split the second wave in half. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I mean that makes sense. Yeah.
Still maybe get a third wave. Who knows?
I'm pretty sure we'll get more sets in 2020. Like I predicted. Now, I'm still hoping we get a cake. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I want a cake. So. Care about the cake more. That'd have a lot of minifigs in there.
Benny's the only minifigure that matters.
No, but like I forgot what scene it was. There was like 10, 20 other vehicles.
Are you talking about the space
like they could totally make all of those too. I mean,
like in Apocalypse, bro.
Oh, all those vehicles. Kitty had a flying vehicle. There's a bunch of other people. Yeah, so they could have done a lot of stuff. There's like literally they could make about 20, 30 more sets based off the movie if they wanted to.
Yeah.
It won't, but I'm saying that they could. There's enough vehicles and unique stuff they could have totally done.
Well, anyway, I think that's all the news we have for this week, unless you can think of anything else that we missed covering, BFAB.
I
All right,
cannot
well,
think
thank
of
you all
anything
for
else.
joining us. Let us know in the comment section down below if you enjoyed this special new format of the podcast. I don't know. Yeah, or would you rather go back to the
Would you
live
rather go back to the
versions?
live streaming?
I mean, we
part?
could end up switching it back and forth a little, maybe. Who knows? Maybe depending on the occasion. Yeah, but we
See
will
what the
definitely
fans
read through all
want.
your feedback in the comments of this video. Well, then
I can't read though.
you're kind of out of luck. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, I
Well,
know, it
anyway,
sucks.
thank you all for joining us. Thank you, BFAB, again, for joining us. And we'll see you guys all in the next episode of the podcast in a couple weeks.